Hey everybody, it's Tia Noir. My battery died after the last 3 videos I made because there was a couple videos I had to shoot a couple times because the cats were acting up. So hopefully I can get through this one while they're all asleep. I got about an hour before their food time. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to do this in parts. For those of you new, since my videos don't have any editing because I don't have any software to do that, I record them as they are and I upload them as they are. So, and my camera's dumb and decides to only record 18 minutes at a time for some reason, or just over 18 minutes. So if I get close to that point, I am going to have to do this in 2 parts. I'm not going to flip through every single book fully. I'm going to try not to because it's just a lot of pain in the butt. But these are all the coloring books I've finished. I believe it's been in the last 3 years. My very first one is on the bottom of this stack that I finished, and then working all the way up to the most recent, which is Cozy Jobs. This one actually was somewhere in the middle. It's another small book. This is the very first book I bought in this size back when Coco Waiko did the 30 Days to Halloween. So that month when I had this book, I was actually coloring a page in here every day, and then after that I was going and I was doing other spooky coloring books at the same time. So this was my first taste to this size book. I didn't mind this one so much because it had the black borders and it was black backgrounds, and I didn't need to put too much effort into it. It felt fairly reasonable for this type of book. It probably did cost a lot of money to print that, meaning there's so much black. I'm not going to flip through a lot of the recent cozy books just because I just uploaded this one a few days ago. So if you want to see it, it's not too far down the list. Before that, I had finished Cat Crimes. So, and I've had a lot of people asking about the lighting effects and stuff with that one. So I will see about doing some lighting videos soon. This is Creepy Jamboree by Lurza May. I found her on Amazon when I bought her Cat Adventures book. It was too cute. It reminded me of D&D Adventures with cats. So I started buying a lot of her books, and this is one I colored to try to copy the front, just in bolder colors. Her books have a fair amount of detail. I can add a lot of detail. So I really enjoyed her books when it comes to a lot of her stuff. And I actually think I put all these books together. So these ones, before this page, I had done October last year, and then these were done October the year before. So her books are really cute. I have another one here, Spooky Animals. She does a lot of goth themes, I think. This was another one I did a lot of coloring in 2025 with it. I think I ended up, if I remember correctly, yeah, I think I finished this one and Creepy Jamboree in October last year. I finished both of them. So they were cute. Earlier this year, I got on a kick for mandalas and books like mandalas because I had Sarah Renee Clark's color cubes, and I was doing a lot of her color cubes, which I will do a video on soon. I know somebody quite a few months back asked about the newer color cubes, if I could break them out and show color cube palettes and different things and what they look like. And I apologize, like I said in my other video, I was really busy this spring with how much bad weather we had and tornadoes and everything. It was terrifying. So I do apologize. I'm hoping to get to that soon. So anyway, but this was a Jade Summer book from a few years ago. I really, really enjoyed it. I think, yeah, this is one I finished recently. I wanted to make sure it wasn't the book I was asked not to post by Coco Waiko, because they had copied some art from other artists. So I have this book in that book in this stack. I just have to make sure I don't flip through it really quick because it's no longer available, and they removed it as soon as I questioned them on the picture, because I had finished the book by the other company a month before that, and well, I'm sure you get the idea. So anyway, but that was their Coco Waiko's Mindful Patterns. This is Jade Summer Amazing Dogs. I wish they did a cat one like this. Again, I was not these pages. I was doing those on my own, but all these were done with Sarah Renee Clark's Color Cubes, except these pages. I kind of did those on my own. But all the rest of them I did with the Color Cubes. I don't remember which cubes. I do have it written down which card I used and stuff like that, but I didn't write down what cube number it was, like if it was cube 3 or cube 1 or 2 or whatever. So, but I wish Jade Summer would do another book like that just with cats. I'm more of a cat person. I guess this one got stuck in between a stack there, but this is the one I did 2 videos on. When I finished all the characters, colored them like I colored them in the back of the book. I went through the whole book and colored the characters, and then I went back and did the backgrounds. So this one I got into a kick wanting to do it because I had watched K-Pop Demon Hunters, and it was amazing. So when this book came out, it was one that I had grabbed. Like I said, I normally don't do cozy things, but this was my very first cozy book. And I'm guessing, I forgot I bought this one before my husband went and bought me all those other ones. But, yeah, so that's the story behind that. Before that, I was on a huge Mandala kick, so I went and I finished this book by Jade Summer. It's 100 Animals. Again, color cubes. They were a lot of fun. I know I'm flipping through them really quick, but I don't want to do this in 800 parts of a video and bore you guys with it. But I know some people have been asking which books I finished and all that stuff. So this is, I can never say her name, but she does a lot of miniature books of miniature things, and she also does mandalas. I love her full-size books. That's why I started buying them. I think I bought like 15 of them in 1 month because I loved them so much. And I finished a whole bunch of them because of Sarah Renee Clark's Color Cubes. They were that addictive. But they're just phenomenal. She hand draws everything. So if you ever want to check out her stuff, I highly recommend her. I noticed her last 2 mandala books were cozy sized, and I did not buy them because that would just drive me completely crazy. But this is her stylish mandala, again with the color cubes. So again, it's got so much detail, and using the color cubes with them are just so fun. I always color light to dark. That way if I get any bleed over, I can quickly cover it up. but they're just amazing. She draws them so well. It's just, they're so gorgeous, and after putting color to them, they just look amazing. Okay, and another one by her. I kid you not, it was like back-to-back months earlier this year and last year before the new year, I was just mandala after mandala after mandala because I was just so addicted to them. I was finishing a book in like a month. My husband thought I had totally lost it because I was just every night for 10 hours coloring and just boom, boom, boom. Like that one, I just absolutely love that one. But it's hard to pick a total 100% favorite though out of these, because once you put the color to them, it's just holy crap. So this is another one, her Sun and Moon. I think these ones were, yeah, the old color cubes, some of them, because she redid her volumes 1 and 2 color cube. I haven't bought those yet. I'm still trying to get through her first generation, as I call them, color cubes for volume 1 and 2. I might go ahead and buy the other ones for myself for my birthday this year. I don't know yet. But this one I just bought on a whim. This is MIF Tees. I'm not sure if they're AI. I don't think they are, but I bought this one and the cupcake one. I honestly was really disappointed. I just colored them to finish them and get them done and over with. This was back in 2023 because I hated how they had this on the back and then, you know, the donut, like Dr. Doe, you know, it's like, how am I going to read that after I color it, especially with alcohol markers? But this did make me want donuts after I did it too. And I used to, my very first job ever, I was actually a donut decorator, and I also made muffins and cookies and cakes and everything at a coffee shop in Canada where I grew up called Tim Hortons. And it was my very first job, I call it, because like I did corn detasseling and I did interior and exterior details on a car for like, or cars for like a week. But that guy ended up letting me go because he thought there was something better for a female to do. So that's when I got into working at the coffee shop, and I ended up becoming a baker and decorator. So that kind of throws back some memories when I did that. I also did that for a little bit when I got my third job here in the United States, but it's a lot of work. So anyway, this was, I think, the very first book of her I got was her Easter mandalas, because it was so fun to look at, and then when I got it, it was so fun to color again with Sarah Renee Clark's color cubes. A lot of mandalas I do with the color cubes because it just makes it so much easier to pick colors than sit here and twiddle my thumbs and try to think of what colors I want to use. So anyway, now we're back to Lurza May, or Kwai animals, if I'm saying that right. Again, this was a lot of fun, so much detail. I was trying different techniques also when I did this one, like the bubbles. That one actually happened on accident. I haven't been able to replicate that bubble technique in anything. I need to keep retrying and trying to get back to it. But again, I was trying to do lighting here with Mr. Mouse. So who knows what he's watching on that computer. I was playing Final Fantasy a lot during this time too, so I ended up coloring a chocobo. Again, a lighting technique I did on this one. The trick is to color a shade or two darker than what the light area is, instead of doing that gray technique people do where they color gray and then color over it. I don't like it. I find it pretty muddy and dirty. I mean, if people like doing it, great, but I'm not one of those people that enjoy doing that. So anyway, that's just my 2 cents. What works for somebody else may not work for me, and vice versa. So anyway, Furry Life by Coco Waiko. I had bought this one ages back. I finally pulled it out and started coloring it because my husband and I were watching a lot of anime at the time, and it was just really fun to do. So there's certain books I pull out when I'm doing mandalas, and there's certain books I just don't do with other things. So anyway, that's that one. And since this next one is a 100-page book, I'm actually going to restart this, stop this video and start another one, because this is a 100-page book with cute animals. So I want to start a new video with it, so that way I'm not at 18 something minutes and my camera decides to be stupid, because I'm already at almost 17 minutes. So I will be back.